Welcome to the championship game of the Southport Regional. It's the Lawrence North Wildcats and the Plainfield Quakers. Hi, everybody. Howard Kelman with Dave Nicholson. Dave, both these teams won earlier today, and they both are having magnificent seasons.
Wonderful year. Plainfield's 24-2, Lawrence North 26-2. Both have had close calls in the sectional. For example, Plainfield beat Brownsburg 1 point in the second round of the sectional, and Lawrence North beat Warren Central by 1 point. So when you go through the tournament, all you worry about is survive one more game. And tonight, I know the coach is not talking about this and the players are not saying it publicly, but if they win 2 games tonight and 1 game next week, they're playing for a state championship.
Absolutely.
Golden opportunity.
Well said, Dave Nicholson, Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame coach, inducted in 1999. We'll have our scene setter. Our pregame show is brought to you by York Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. We'll have our scene setter. First, we'll pause for these words. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. And welcome back to the York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram scene setter, Dave Nicholson. Key players will start with the visitors from Lawrence North.
For the 26-2 Wildcats, at guard, number 10, Shamar Avance. You saw him this afternoon. He played a wonderful game. He's 6 foot 1 inches tall. He's a senior. He averages 19 points a game. And in the middle, number 5, that would be DJ Hughes, the 6'7 senior, 14 points a ball game. Keys to the game for tonight for Lawrence North: play defense, especially on the post play. They've got Scott and they got Vanderbush down inside, 6'6 and 6'7. Fast out of the gate, get a fast start. Aggressive rebounding. They'll have to fight for the rebounds and they need to get after it. Starters for Lawrence North: at guard, number 4, C.J. Gunn, a 6'5 junior. Number 3 at guard, Kalen Beatty, a 5'10 senior. Third guard, number 10, Shamar Avance, a 6'1 senior. In the middle, number 5, DJ Hughes, a 6'7 senior. And at forward, number 14, Donovan McCauley, a 6'5 senior. Now let's take a look at the Plainfield Quakers, a record of 24-2. 2 key players and they had a great games this afternoon. Number 13 at forward, Ian Scott, 6'7 senior, 17 points a game. That's a team leading scorer. And number 22, his running mate at forward, Keel Vanderbush, a 6'6 junior. He averages 13 points a game. Keys to the game for the Quakers: stop transition baskets. They've got to get back, not let Lawrence North run down and get easy layups. They need to get the ball inside with Scott and Vanderbush. They've got to handle the ball almost every time, at least get a touch. And Plainfield will want to control the tempo. Lawrence North is happy to run up and down. Plainfield prefers a half-court setup offense. Starters for Plainfield tonight: at guard, number 5, Aiden Moyers, a 6'4 senior. Number 11 at guard, Dane Gardner, a 6'2 senior. Third guard, number 31, Aiden Boer, a 6'4 senior. At forward, the high-flying, high-scoring number 13, Ian Scott, a 6'7 senior. And number 22, Keel Vanderbush at the other forward, 6 foot 6 inch tall junior.
Okay, thank you, Dave. Our scene setter brought to you by York Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. The Wildcats and the Quakers are next in this championship game of the Southport Regional. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. Tonight's first quarter brought to you by Valparaiso University. At Valparaiso University, your full potential receives their total commitment. And we're ready to go. DJ Hughes jumping center at 6'5", Ian Scott at 6'7". The tip controlled by the Wildcats. And how about this Plainfield defense?
They're playing heavy sag man-to-man. Sag meeting a lot of players that aren't guarding the ball, is going to get back and fill up the lane.
Each of these teams won earlier today. Lawrence North defeated Ben Davis, and Plainfield beat Mount Vernon of Fortville.
Plainfield's main objective is to not let the drives go on. You've got Vance, you've got Gunn, can really drive.
Hughes in close, missed it, and Scott at 6'7" grabbed the rebound.
At this end, the main emphasis from Lawrence North's defense will keep the ball out of the hands of Scott and Vanderbush down low.
Which is exactly what they were able to do against Mount Vernon, Dave.
Very effective. You had Scott getting 17 points this afternoon, Vanderbush 16.
How about the Lawrence North defense?
It's straight up man-to-man.
Nice baseline move.
Good rotation there by Hughes to come over and cut off the baseline.
And the three by Aiden Moyers didn't go, and here come the Wildcats. We've played over a minute. No score. There's a long three, no. Battle for the rebound, and a whistle, and traveling is called. Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy and athletic rehabilitation. IPT has been an industry leader since 1988 with locations in Avon, Cambion, South Emerson. Find them online at indianaapt.com.
Had a nice look at Coach Andy Weaver at Plainfield. In his 9th year there, he's won 112 games after the win this afternoon.
Scott double teamed, in trouble.
It should be a jump ball.
And that's exactly what it is. Andy Moore, Avon Nissan on US 36, 5 minutes from Avon High School. It's the #1 Nissan dealership in the greater Indianapolis area. That's where I got my Maxima. One place only. Great selection of vehicles. Pat Hurst, Aaron Richardson, Mike and Nick, and the great crew at Andy Moore, Avon Nissan.
I think you saw what the philosophy of Lawrence North is tonight on defense. If it goes down low to either Scott or Vanderbush, they're going to double down. Make the Quakers shoot it from perimeter.
Well, we've played 2 minutes and neither team has scored. Here's Caleb Vanderbush. He lost it off his foot.
Great defensive effort there to push Vanderbush off the block. They made him step out 3 or 4 more feet than he normally likes.
Here's DJ Hughes. He's a very good player. Avance brought it across the midcourt line, lost his footing but recovered. CJ Gunn, Indiana University bound, lost the basketball.
CJ a little out of control there.
And they work it down low, and those are the first 2 points of the game. Ian Scott with a dunk.
That's the area that Lawrence North cannot allow the ball to get on the block to either Scott or Vanderbush.
First 2 points of the game. We've played almost 3 minutes. Off the dribble, CJ Gunn.
Nice pull-up jumper off 1 or 2 dribbles and a little step back. Just a kind of a fade, really, not a full step back.
And a mid-range jumper, which you don't see as often today with all the threes.
That's a tough shot with a hand in your face.
Game tied at 2. Nice pass down low. However, he was off balance, out of bounds to Plainfield. The MSD of Lawrence Townships has a history of academic excellence and a reputation as a leader in K-12 education. Lawrence Township students and staff are diverse in interests, talents, background, and goals. One welcoming community with many voices. Learn more at ltschools.org.
The legendary Coach Jack Kiefer there on the screen during that read. Been at Lawrence North since the school opened. That's 45 years he's been at LN. He's been coaching 49 years, won 848 wins.
Cole Vanderbush fouled in the act of shooting.
Here's the York Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram replay. Nice drive there by Vanderbush, and DJ Hughes picked up the personal foul, reaching in.
At Valparaiso University, your full potential receives their total commitment. Visit valpo.edu to apply or learn more and put your future into motion. Red Ranch Shops is your store for unique home goods, vintage, antiques, and handcrafted artisan wares. Mention high school basketball to store owners Pete and Kim Hubert by Friday, March 19th. You can win a $25 gift certificate to spend in their store. Find Red Ranch Shops on Facebook and at 214 South Main in Fortville. Our good friend Pete Hubert.
Vanderbush knocks down both free throws.
Pete, the athletic director here, did such a wonderful job for so many years. Off the dribble, partially blocked, knocked out of bounds, and a good athletic director and Mr. Murphy as well.
Been very congenial, very hospitable to us down here, Murphy. And of course, Pete was just equally kind to us. Every time we came down here, we enjoyed coming to this field house. It's one of my favorite venues for basketball.
It's always a pleasure to come here. We've covered this Southport Regional for many, many years. C.J. Gunn off the screen. No. And here come the Quakers. Inside Vanderbush. And he missed an inside easy shot. Are you surprised we're as low scoring as we are?
Easy for you to say. Two people hanging on each arm, and he missed an easy shot. He made a great move to get there. I am not surprised. This could be a low-scoring ball club. Plainfield likes to set it up, and Lawrence North usually goes with the flow. If it's a fast tempo, they go fast. If it's a setup type, grind-out type game, they can do that as well.
Hughes fouled in the act of shooting. When you're coming downtown for events at Bankers Life Fieldhouse and Lucas Oil Stadium, find convenient and affordable parking at the Meridian and South parking lot. 365 South Meridian. Easy in, easy out. No parking garage to deal with. Northeast corner, Meridian and South Streets. Great people at Norley Investments, Larry and Donna Cohen.
DJ Hughes headed for Butler next year, knocks in the second free throw. And here comes the pressure from Lawrence North. We saw them use that this afternoon extremely well. They double teamed the ball. But Plainfield's well organized, good spacing, reverse the ball against the press. If you have spacing and make sharp passes, you're going to get the press beat.
Aiden Boer, no. And soaring for the rebound is C.J. Gunn.
Notice how the white shirts are really bunching in the lane. They're trying to stop the drives because Lawrence North guards are very quick. And so far, Plainfield's done a good job of stopping that.
Aiden Boer intercepted that pass. That's a dangerous cross-court pass by Moyers. Out of bounds. Tonight's first quarter brought to you by Valparaiso University. Visit valpo.edu to apply or learn more and put your future into motion. We'll pause for these words on the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. This quarter brought to you by Valparaiso University. Your full potential receives their total commitment. So 4-3 is the score, and it's no longer that. DJ Hughes hit 6-7 with authority.
Very good patience there. We had the penetration dribble, kicked it inside, kicked it back out, and Hughes cut to the basket for an easy layup.
On the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard, Lawrence North by 1. Work it down low to Scott. He's dangerous inside. And he missed that shot, and Caden Beatty comes away with it.
But I agree with you, Howard. The Quakers are getting the ball where they want. They're getting it down low, particularly to Scott, but also Vanderbush. They'll start making those shots.
Lawrence North did a great job defensively to force Ben Davis into many turnovers earlier. Off Hughes. He's going to talk to the official about it, but I don't think it'll make a difference.
The officials is saying that the ball slipped out of his hands, and DJ Hughes is saying, hey, they were holding me, they grabbed me. The official shakes his head like they always say, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Aiden Boer moves it across. Boer's 31. He's got it now. Oh, look at that. They caught him defensively napping there. Vanderbush with a basket. How about that play, Dave?
Well, that's the one they tried to run for Ian Scott the last time that you said was a long pass over the top. They were lobbing to him. So either one of those guys gets a little back screen, and the lob is very effective.
Plainfield ahead 6-5. Jumper, no. Rebound pulled down by Aiden Moyers.
You see Coach Andy Weaver out there put his stop sign up, said, hey, we're not in a race. Go up and execute your half court. Plainfield does this very well. They do not push the fast break a lot, maybe a couple, 3 times a game at most.
I wonder if they'll play for the last shot of the quarter. We have 44 seconds left, and they appear to be in no hurry.
I think they would be okay with that. That's how they won the sectional against Brownsburg by 1 point. They held for the last second shot, and made it. So they're used to doing this. They have confidence in their ball handling ability.
And it turned it over. Good defense by the Wildcats.
Plenty of time.
19 seconds. No rebound. Aiden Moyers.
I know that's not their philosophy, Lawrence North, but I would have held for one shot.
8 seconds. Off his hands, out of bounds. New to Plainfield, your Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has what you need when it comes to sales and service. Over 250 models in stock. A friendly, knowledgeable team. They can find what you're looking for. Let us show you why we're not number one. You are.
Okay, they've got time. They've got 3.5 seconds. That's plenty of time to get up court and get a decent look. Push it and pull up and take the shot.
He had a decent look, but it's short. It certainly was high enough. That's the end of the first quarter. And this first quarter has been brought to you by Valparaiso University. Your full potential receives their total commitment. Plainfield 6, Lawrence North 5. Now let's go to Coach Iso for the IU Basketball Minute Roundup. A very low-scoring first quarter. Dave, your impressions?
Well, they're taking away the strengths of each other. Lawrence North's defense is taking away the inside game of Scott and Vanderbush, and on the other end, Plainfield is not allowing the quick guards of Lawrence North to penetrate and either go to the basket or draw the defense and kick. So both of them defensively have been really, really good.
There's a long three. No. Good job of blocking out there, and the rebound into the hands of Boer. And both these teams can be explosive and put on runs, and as Dave said, great defense by each team so far. Opening moment of the second quarter.
You're definitely right. There will be runs in this game. A run is more than 6 points, in my opinion. If they score 6 or more in a row, they're on a run.
I know you'd like to see a timeout. There's a beautiful pass down low from Moyers to Scott, who stuffs it, and it counts in a foul.
Nice job there by Aiden Moyers to go to the high-low. He cut to the high post. Go to see a replay on the York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram post. There's a lob. There's a little bounce down inside. The defender stepped up to pay attention to Moyer in the middle, and you saw Scott slide to the basket.
Well, he missed the free throw, so he doesn't have the three-point play. Opening moment of the second quarter on the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard. Plainfield ahead by 3. The championship game of the Southport Regional. And the rebound pulled down by Scott. Both teams not shooting especially well from in close.
Really gets crowded when that ball goes in the lane on both ends. The defense is swarming the basketball, not giving them any room to operate. Lawrence North may have to set a little high post screen to help the dribbler. They've been letting them go, CJ Gunn and Avance go on their own.
Nice pass down low, and Vanderbush is stripped of the ball and knocked away. Good defense by DJ Hughes. And Andy Morkia, there's a fresh lineup. The Telluride, the K5 has replaced the Optima, and now the redesigned Sorrento. Andy Morkia and Avon, Joe Capitan, and the great crew. What a job Joe's done. He's been GM for several years. Jesse and Lorraine and all the great people over there. Andy Moore, Kia, and Avon, they've won awards for excellence.
Good defense by Lawrence North on that inbounds pass. Forced Plainfield to throw it all the way into backcourt.
Spinning and twisting and stuffing the ball is DJ Hughes.
Heck of a pass.
Now maybe things might open up a bit.
The transition game, that was one of the keys. Plainfield cannot allow Lawrence North to get easy baskets as they just did.
They're double teaming. And that's Moyers. 31 is Boer.
Watch the screens away from the ball. They're going to try to set a back screen. They've done that a couple of times and look for the lob across.
Long shot by Boer, and he's got it. It's a 3 for Aiden Boer, who is a very good three-point shooter.
37%, and he's taken a high volume. He's now shot over 125 of those, hit 37% of them.
Avance off balance, and Shamar Avance scores.
He's been offered a full ride at Miami of Ohio, has not accepted it yet, but it's on the table. Hughes, of course, going to Butler, and C.J. Gunn going to IU.
Here's Boer, another long three, not this time. Good job of boxing out by DJ Hughes, and he got the rebound as well. Sometimes you can box out and help your teammates. That time he got it himself.
You got to go to the basketball, not just you check out, then you release to the ball, and Hughes is very good at that. Watch the lane cut.
And intercepted. Terrific defense by the Wildcats. Beatty all the way, and he scores. A great move by Caden Beatty. He stole the ball, and then he scored.
Didn't look like there was room, but up and under, and he did it very well. He's one of the quick three guards that Lawrence North has out there.
Vanderbush with a fake. Power move inside. Didn't score. Here's a held ball. We'll pause for these words. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. Back at the Southport Regional. New to Plainfield, your Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has what you need when it comes to sales and service. They're positive they can find what you're looking for. Let them show you why we're not number one. You are your Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram.
They kind of changed the call on that. The underneath official called a jump ball, and they turned around and said no, there was a foul on it.
That's Dane Gardner in close.
Gardner's put up 11 points this afternoon. He only averages 9, so he's played well so far today.
And under 4 minutes left in the half. On the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard, Plainfield leads by 2. Plainfield led by 1 at the quarter. And the rebound was taken by Vanderbush, and a foul. Indiana Members Credit Union, a local full-service financial institution and a proud sponsor of WHMB TV 40 Sports, our scoreboard sponsor. Good luck to the Plainfield boys basketball team in the regionals. Gold, Kale, and Dury from Tim and Tammy Haynes at Haynes Roofing, Siding, and Gutters.
That last foul was on Avance, his first personal foul. The Wildcats have 3 team fouls, and I think there's only 1 team foul so far in this entire ball game.
At Valparaiso University, your full potential receives their total commitment. Visit valpo.edu to apply or learn more and put your future into motion. So we have 3:20 left in the second quarter. Off balance.
It's a tough shot. A hand in his face. He just picked up his dribble. Usually you want to get your rhythm using that dribble, not from a standing position to shoot it.
Plainfield by 2 in no great hurry.
They're going to be patient. They're going to get somebody down inside, and usually it's either Vanderbush or Scott that ends up getting open.
And a double team.
Had to take a timeout.
Timeout will take it with them on the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard. Plainfield by 2. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. And Plainfield leads by 2. Urban Air Adventure Park open in Noblesville. Let the kids fly through the park on their Skyrider, take on their climbing walls, or reach new heights on their trampolines. It's the ultimate indoor playground for the whole family. Go to urbanairnoblesville.com to reserve your spot today. Urban Air, let them fly. Late in the first half. Dave, are you surprised at what you've seen so far?
Not really. Both teams are playing such good defense. I've commented several times on that, but they're keeping the ball out of the lane, keeping the Lawrence North from driving it to the lane, and they're keeping Plainfield from passing it in the lane. So they're doing a good job defensively.
Offensive foul on Vanderbush, and we'll tell you that Andy Moore Avon Nissan is the #1 Nissan dealership in the greater Indianapolis area. Month after month, year after year. Andy Moore Avon Nissan. Pat Hurst, Aaron Richardson, Mike and Nick and the great crew over there. And that's where we got our Maxima. One place and one place only. Andy Moore Avon Nissan with a great selection of vehicles. Avance, nice dish inside, and Hughes slams it through.
That time they used, go to see the replay. What's the high pick? York, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. That's that high pick. The dribbler goes off the screener. The screener rolls to the basket. Defense has got to make a choice. Either you give the dribbler a jump shot or you leave the man open for a layup. That time they decided to guard the dribbler, and Hughes smartly just rolled to the basket.
Game tied at 13. Culver's of Lawrence, where every butter burger is cooked special just for you using fresh, never frozen Midwest beef. Made with 3 premium cuts of beef and no fillers, there's no better tasting burger. And each batch of fresh frozen custard made throughout the day is handcrafted with dairy from family farms. Welcome to delicious.
Hughes not able to knock down the free throw. He struggled a little bit there. He's under 50% for the year at the free throw line.
Well, we have a low-scoring first quarter. Plainfield leading 6-5 after one. We have a low-scoring second quarter. We're tied at 13. The open man, and a beautiful fake by Aiden Moyers, and he scores.
That's just being heads up, knowing where your teammate is. The defense all went to the ball on the strong side. They left Moyer a chance to slide along the baseline on the weak side.
Special hello to J.R. Gaylor, Executive Director, Associated Builders and Contractors, as DJ Hughes slams it through. Merritt Shop Construction, Associated Builders and Contractors.
That's DJ Hughes' 9th point of the 15 on the board, according to my chart. They're finding him a lot. He's finishing strong.
There's a long three. Didn't go by Boer. Mike Reynolds, number 4, is in the game. There he is. He's got the ball, and his pass is intercepted. So, wait a minute. There's a whistle and a foul.
Down at the other end that time, Ian Scott did a nice job of swatting the ball back and keeping it for his teammate. Coach Weaver's giving some animated instruction there on your screen. 27 years as a coach, won 338 games during that time period. 9 years at Plainfield, and has really put the program back together. Last 2 years he had great seasons, and he was 20-5 last year, and the year before that 19-6, and this year he stands at 24-2. Pretty good run.
Oh, absolutely. They built a terrific program. Avance, partially blocked. And with under a minute to go.
You know, one thing, neither team is finding room to shoot the outside shot, and when they do, they haven't made the outside shot.
Moyers got hit hard, cutting underneath. His leg is. I was concerned about his face initially, but now it's his leg, and I think he got hit there.
Well, I think he'll be okay. Bumped knees, chances are, with Shamar Avance. I thought there was enough contact there to call the foul. York, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram replay. Watch this collision coming in.
Left knee.
Yep, and I thought there was enough contact there by McCauley to get the foul call.
You want a great dealership with a tremendous selection of vehicles? Andy Moore Toyota in Avon. Minutes from 465, minutes from Avon High School. That's where we got our forerunner, Ben Mendoza and Chris and Stephanie, the management team, and the sales force. Scott and those guys, they'll take great care of you. Andy Moore Toyota in Avon. Inside, and Vanderbush is fouled.
Looked like it was on DJ Hughes. Vanderbush did a nice job of getting over. York, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram replay. There's a bounce pass. Nice job by Vanderbush to free himself, and the foul was on Hughes. That's his second personal. The way he's playing, Lawrence North does not want to lose DJ Hughes. He's off to a great start in this game.
Vanderbush, 74% free throw shooter, knocks down 1 of 2. Let's see if Lawrence North plays for the last shot. 40 seconds left in the quarter. And they're ahead. They're down by 1.
Well, historically, they'll go when they see the opportunity. Looks like they may be holding. And if they do, they're going to come up and set a double screen, one on either side of the foul line there for Avance. And they'll let Avance create. He'll either get the jump shot, or again, they may roll the screener down the lane.
15 seconds. A whistle away from the basketball and an offensive foul against the Wildcats.
illegal screen.
Tom McCulley.
That's his second personal foul as well. That was a big call, a momentum builder, because had Lawrence North scored and taken the lead going into locker room, it would really help their momentum. And now there's plenty of time at 13.7 seconds for Plainfield to come up and get a shot.
And Plainfield leads by 1 on the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard. Got to get going. 7 seconds.
Needed a guy in the middle.
He's free. Michael Reynolds. No. Nope. That's the end of the first half. Plainfield 16, Lawrence North 15. Now let's go to Coach Iso for this week's top 5 boys teams in Central Indiana.
Tonight's halftime is brought to you by Urban Air Adventure Park in Noblesville, Indiana. Let the kids fly. Go to urbanairnoblesville.com to reserve your spot today. Well, the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard is not getting much of a workout so far in this ball game. Quakers of Plainfield 16, the Wildcats of Lawrence North 15. We did have some good individual plays to get to those numbers. Let's take a look at them. Nice bounce pass, intercepted, and it's going to go all the way for the Wildcats, and that is Kalen Beatty on the steal and the lay-in. Nice bounce pass to Hughes down inside for the flush. He did have 7 points in the half. Another bounce pass, not the same play, just looks the same. Another strong finish by Hughes. On the other end, there's a lob for the dunk, and that was Vanderbush. Keelan, outside shot by Boer, number 31, for a deep 3 for 3 points for the Quakers. And there's another great bounce pass along the baseline to Ian Scott. He had 4 points in the game. Been a low scoring first half, as we said. The defenses have been strong, but I would expect the offenses to heat up here in the second half. Each coach will go in and devise some type of strategy to get open looks against the other's defense. Tonight's halftime was brought to you by Urban Air Adventure Park in Noblesville, Indiana. Let the kids fly. Go to urbanairnoblesville.com to reserve your spot today. Stick around. It's a low-scoring game. It could be a very interesting second half, however.
And we begin this third quarter. Plainfield leading 16-15. Plainfield led 6-5 at the quarter. Dave, what were your thoughts on the first half?
I'd give both defenses an A, not so much on the offense. I've always felt that defense, rebounds, and free throws are the 3 things that win the tournament games. I might point out both of these teams have had this type of game before. Brownsburg was in the 28-29. Plainfield won that, and the Warren Central game that Lawrence North eked out was 46-45. So both of them have been used to playing in low-scoring games where every possession is important.
Boy, that's a long 3, and he's got it. And that is C.J. Gunn. And I'll tell you what, they took 2 long 3s there. Brewer. Back to Scott. Scott way on the outside.
Nice cut along the baseline again.
And a foul.
Plainfield does that very well. When that ball goes to the high post, the defense steps up to help on him. Here's the York Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram replay. Nice bounce pass. Gardner was a little disappointed he didn't get that layup. He had a golden opportunity. He'll get 2 free throws.
New to Plainfield, York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has what you need when it comes to sales and service. An expert team of technicians. They can keep your vehicle in top working condition. Pull into the express lane for fast and easy service and shop specials. Let us show you why we're not number 1, you are.
Gardner has struggled at the line. He looked good on that first one. Both of them look good. I had him for 57% on the season, but he hit them when they counted here tonight.
41 of 72 coming into this game from the free throw line. Carmel and Lafayette Jeff, the winners up in Logansport. They're playing for that championship tonight. Always in close. He didn't score. McCauley was in close, couldn't put it through.
Good interior defense again by the Quakers to stop that.
What's their strategy about Ian Scott playing on? There's a
it's
foul.
a double foul. It's a
got
double foul. Both of them were doing that. I think the official should call a double foul. They were both tangling with each other's arms. Watch the York Chrysler Jeep and Ram replay. Now watch them inside. There's a wrestling match in there. Avance is in there, and that's Vanderbush. And I am sure they called a double foul.
Yep, you called it, Dave. It's saved and knocked out of bounds. Indiana Physical Therapy, your choice for physical therapy and athletic rehabilitation. IPT has been an industry leader since 1988. Locations in Avon, Canby, and South Emerson. Find them online at indianaapt.com.
That double foul hurt Plainfield worse than it did Lawrence North because Keel Vanderbush now has 3 personal fouls here early in the third period. He's been one of the leading scorers for them.
Special hello to Matt Tyner and the great people at Williams Comfort Air. They take care of your heating needs, your cooling needs, and your plumbing needs with Mr. Plumber. They take care of all of ours, and Keith Passon as well, general manager of TV40. Williams Comfort Air. So we're early in the third quarter, and we are tied at 18.
Good patience by Plainfield, trying to set the high post screen so the dribbler can free himself a little bit. Watch for someone on that back cut. They've had success along that baseline all night long.
Scott's pass. Scott recovers, muscling inside, and he scores. Ian Scott, the 6'7" senior.
Great hustle play by Ian Scott to follow that. And that was created again by driving along the baseline or back cutting.
You know, not only is the score close, but neither team has had any kind of run. It's been close, and nobody's opened up any kind of lead at any point so far.
You're going to have games in the tournament trail that what I call grind out, which means it's going to be every possession is really, really important because the score is going to be really, really close. And that's true in this game.
Good defense by Plainfield. Good defense by Lawrence North tonight. C.J. Gunn on the baseline inside. Boy, he had to have traveled.
Yep.
And he did. Andy Moore, Avon Nissan on US 36. 5 minutes from Avon High School. It's the #1 Nissan dealership in the greater Indianapolis area. That's where we got our Maxima. Pat Hurst, Aaron Richardson, and Mike and Nick and the great people at Andy Moore, Avon Nissan. Pat Hurst doing a great job as GM. What's the call?
While you're doing that read on the inbounds, Plainfield returned to favor by traveling, getting the ball inbounds. So it goes right back to the Lawrence North Wildcats. They're trying to dribble all on their own. I still think a little screen on the ball would help them free up.
There's contact and a foul.
York Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram replay down the middle, up and under.
It's on Scott, Ian Scott.
I didn't see a lot of contact there, and I saw Ian Scott getting out of the area before he said anything because he didn't feel like he fouled either. Nevertheless, we got Kalen Beatty up at the line. Has not made a free throw tonight. Has not shot one. He has now.
At Valparaiso University, your full potential receives their total commitment. Visit valpo.edu to apply or learn more and put your future into motion. Indiana Members Credit Union, a local full-service financial institution and a proud sponsor of WHMB TV 40 Sports.
Nice follow. They called a line violation. Beatty saw he was going to miss, and he ran too early to go get the rebound. So he stepped over the free throw line. Violation. Lawrence North has started to pick up full court, and they're going to run and double team. We saw this afternoon. It was very effective. Got a foul.
with 4:32 left in the third quarter.
If you remember this afternoon, that's how Lawrence North got off to a great start against Ben Davis. They forced turnovers there at the 10-second line, just like this, run and jump. Double team.
He's in trouble. C.J. Gunn committed that last personal. 2-on-1. Vanderbush's pass out of bounds and last touched by Plainfield.
And the press was successful. I'm a little surprised that Lawrence North hasn't done this earlier, but I know the coaching thinking a little bit. You don't want to get your people in foul trouble. As we go into the fourth quarter, I think you'll see them turn the press up a notch. Nice cut.
The open man. And he lays it in. And that was Donovan McCulley. So Lawrence North takes the lead. They lead by 1. Well, that's not a good pass. It worked out okay, though. Vanderbush. Cale Vanderbush inside.
You're right on both counts, Howard. It was a dangerous pass, but it was deflected, fell into Vanderbush's hand, and he made his powerful move to the basket.
So Plainfield leads by 1 with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Off the dribble, good look. And the follow put up and in. Excellent follow by McCulley off the gun miss.
Here comes the double team. They're doing the run and jump and the rotation the other side. That was a foul. They let go.
Yeah, Reynolds got hit pretty hard there.
Yeah, McCulley's the one that laid the lick on him.
Vanderbush started to say double team.
Plainfield's had success by hitting the wing and then basket cutting the center.
Vanderbush, it counts in a foul for Cale Vanderbush.
Defense, York Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram replay. Nice take. That was a close call. It goes on C.J. Gunn, his second personal foul. Wasn't quite set. Very, very close, I thought.
Culver's of Lawrence, where every butter burger is cooked special for you using fresh, never frozen Midwest beef. Made with 3 premium cuts of beef, no fillers. There's no better tasting burger. And each batch of fresh frozen custard made throughout the day, handcrafted with dairy from family farms. Welcome to delicious. There's Jack Kiefer.
Vanderbush knocked down that free throw. He's only a junior. He's 6'6". He's a good one to start over with next year, whenever that is, for the Plainfield program.
Plainfield leading by 2. .240 left in the third quarter. Quakers by 2. LN with the ball.
Hughes is setting screens there for free people up. And then he crashes the board. Nice move.
And he ties the game with that follow. So we're tied at 25.
He set 2 screens, and then when his teammate put it up, he followed it straight down the middle. Offensive putback.
Trying to beat the press. They beat it that time. The open man. Beautifully done. And Ian Scott scores.
He was kind of creative with that. He had a defensive player on his side, so he went under the basket and did the backhand, which was a good thing to do.
And at the other end, they get it right back, and it's by Donovan McCulley, the 6'5" senior, averaging 8 points a game.
He's had 6 points in this quarter, so he's really helped the cause, McCulley. We're all tied up on the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard, 27-27. And I keep saying every possession is really important. You need to get a good opportunity, either get a free throw or get a good look at a field goal.
Down to 1:25 left in the third quarter. Tied at 27.
Watch for the baseline cut.
There it is. And he missed the jumper. Did Ian Scott? Oh, Hughes underneath, slams it through. And Lawrence North goes back on top. Reynolds races across the midcourt line.
That's a heck of a powerful shot there by Hughes.
Ian Scott is deep. Oh, he missed in close. Good offensive board by Aiden Moyers. There's a 3. No. And a foul, and that'll be on Ian Scott, I believe.
Yeah, that's not a good call. I mean, it's a good call. It's not a good play to make. rebounder had the ball, and Ian tried to knock it loose.
At Andy Moore Volkswagen, 0% financing for 72 months on most 2021 models. Andy Moore Volkswagen in Avon. Say hello to GM Mike Tellison. Been GM for about a year, doing a terrific job. And that dealership will celebrate its 5-year anniversary on August the 1st. Opened August 1st, 2016. And it appears as if LN might play for the last shot here.
If they don't get an open drive to the baskets, that's exactly what will happen.
They lead by 2 points. And he slams it through. Good DJ Hughes.
That's it. Excellent pass. Set him up on the penetration. His man had to slide over and stop the dribbler. And Hughes knows how to roll to the basket and slam it.
6 seconds. There's a 3 by Moyers, and he's got it. He's got it, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Lawrence North 31, Plainfield 30. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. Okay, Dave Nicholson, it's turned into quite a game. It's low scoring, tenacious, 2 terrific teams.
Well, there's a lot of momentum builders in this game. And Moyers, they just hit that 3 at the buzzer. That's a momentum swing. In that quarter, Lawrence North outscored Plainfield by 2 points, and they lead by 1.
Prior to Moyers' 3, Ellen was up by 4 in a steal, and that might have been the biggest lead of the game, that 4-point lead. Hughes is deep.
Too deep for him.
And he scores.
They're not going to stop him when he gets it that deep. He's too big and too strong. Last time down, Lawrence North picks up the defensive intensity, getting their hands a little more active, trying to stop the pass.
Well, a few fakes there. Vanderbush didn't score, though. Oh, that was unnecessary.
No.
And that's a technical foul.
That's a costly mistake. Lawrence North, they had called the foul on Plainfield, and I believe it was McCauley. Go to see York Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram replay. Dive on the floor. That was C.J. Gunn just overreacting. That's his 3rd personal foul, and it cost him a possession. 2 free throws coming, and when you're in a 3-point ball game, that's a big error. You got to swallow your pride a little bit. The call was being made. The game had stopped.
And Aiden Boer makes it. He is a 78% free throw shooter. So he makes that one too. And Andy Moore Toyota, great selection of vehicles. That's where we got our forerunner. Andy Moore Toyota in Avon. Ben Mendoza and Chris and Stephanie, the management team and the sales team, will take care of your automotive needs. What a selection of vehicles. Andy Moore Toyota in Avon. Well, that was just a huge play.
Well, what happened? They'd called a foul on Boer until we had the overreaction there by C.J. Gunn. And it was a non-shooting foul. We're not in the bonus, so Boer's foul didn't cost anything, but that technical foul cost Lawrence North 2 points.
And the ball. Cross-court pass. He heaved that one. That's a turnover. Lawrence Township believes every student deserves an exceptional experience in the classroom, on the athletic field, on the stage, and in the community, helping students achieve their personal best and developing well-rounded future citizens. Learn more about ltschools.org.
Little zone defense by Plainfield, something they haven't shown much. Going to have to get people cutting through the middle, get the corners open.
LN leads by 1.
Hughes is going to sit down there on the block. If they can get the ball to him, he operates well in traffic. Be a good idea maybe to get someone at the high post for LN. Go high-low, get Hughes on the low block, get his teammate up at the high post, draw the defender and drop it down to him.
Avance has the ball. Work it down low. Avance faked a three into the lane, dishing off,
and
slamming it through is DJ Hughes.
Hughes, the man of the hour. He now has 17 points. Thank you very much for the bounce pass.
And they've been pulling that off frequently lately. Here's Aiden Boer.
Got to watch the baseline if you're Lawrence North, because Plainfield's having great success in sliding someone right along the baseline.
Vanderbush tried to go, and Scott did go, and he missed the shot in close. Just what you said, Dave, along the baseline.
They've had success there all night.
LN with the ball in no great hurry, leading by 3. 5 minutes left in this one. It's the championship game of the Southport Regional.
Here again, I think they can take that ball to get somebody at the foul line and get DJ Hughes down on the block and do a little high-low action.
And we're down to 4:39 to go. Muscling inside, a whistle and a foul. It'll be on Ian Scott. Okay, we'll pause for these words. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. CJ Gunn at the line, shooting 2, missed the first.
He's a good free throw shooter on the season, about 76%.
And he makes it.
That's only his 3rd point in this ball game. Of course, no one's going to get their average probably tonight, because we're in a low-scoring affair, 36-32. Timeout
is called, and we'll stay right here. At Andy Moore Kia, there's a fresh lineup. The Telluride, the K5ers replaced the Optima, and now the redesigned Sorrento. Andy Moore Kia, winner of numerous awards. Andy Moore Kia in Avon. What a great job Joe Capitan and his crew. Jesse and Lorraine, they've all done. Terrific dealership. Good luck to the Plainfield boys basketball team in the regionals. Go Kale and Dury. From Tim and Tammy Haynes at Haynes Roofing, Siding, and Gutters. 4:36 left in this one, Dave, and this is as big a lead as we've had, 4 points.
In this type of ball game, Howard, if Lawrence North can get a couple of stops and get a 6 or 8 point lead, it's a big lead the way this game is being played. And DJ Hughes has been the recipient of some great passes from his teammates, but he's doing a nice job of blocking up, squaring to the basket, and when he gets it that low, he's so powerful, he just goes up and often dunks the ball. Down on the other end, they've got to find a way to get Scott and Vanderbush the ball down inside. And what they've had success doing again is starting it in the middle and then having the baseline open and sliding along the baseline. A lot of coaching going in the next 4:36. A lot of coaches, Kiefer and Coach Weaver, both drawing out plays. And I'm sure that Coach Weaver just drew up one. And of course, Lawrence North, here they come with the little forecourt press. It's more of a one-on-one slow down type press, but remember, those guards have quick hands.
An important possession.
Watch the action down inside.
Now remember, Plainfield's got the ball. They appear to be in no great hurry, but they're down by 4 points. 4:14 to go. Just working for a good shot. He lost it. The turnover. Here's a 3-on-1. 3-on-1.
Finish.
And they score.
Great. They handled that well. They made 2 passes, actually. Sometimes you see a player out in front force the action.
CJ Gunn got the basket. The lead is 6. It's the biggest lead of the game. Here's a foul against the Wildcats at Valparaiso University. Your full potential receives their total commitment. Visit valpo.edu to learn or apply and put your future into motion.
That foul was on Avance. That's his third personal foul, but more importantly, that's 6 on the Wildcats. So the next time they foul, Plainfield's going to be shooting free throws.
That was not a good pass by Ian Scott. He forced it inside. It was intercepted.
And Coach Kiefer holds up 4 fingers. That normally uses some type of 4-corner offense, a delay type game. It'll keep the middle open so that Gunn and Beatty and Avance can penetrate. But basically, they're running the clock a little bit. I think it's a smart thing to do in this type of game.
Sure, they're up by 6. They're in control.
That's a big lead in this game.
Yeah, sure, it's the biggest lead of the game. All the way! Offensive foul, no basket.
They'll take it off.
Offensive foul on C.J. Gunn.
York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram replay. He's there.
Yeah, he had established position.
Yep. Ian Scott took that hit, and it was a good call. That's the offensive call, but that is a 17th foul, so that puts Plainfield in the bonus if they can penetrate or get the ball down in traffic, which they should do. Put some pressure on him downside.
Ian Scott out to Aiden Boer. Big possession, down by 6. Cross-court pass. Dane Gardner, no. Rebound, all Lawrence North.
They had Scott down on the right block and didn't get him the ball. I would be giving him the ball a lot down low. He can draw the foul or score the ball, either one. With 2:35 to go, Lawrence North should be in no hurry. They've got 3 good ball handlers. They've got Gunn, of course, Beatty, and Avance.
Fremelo started over. They're in no hurry with a 6-point lead, 2:20 to go. And there's a foul, and we'll pause for these words. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. Foul on Plainfield.
That foul was on Boer, his first foul, but they're not in the penalty. Now one more. If Plainfield fouls again, both teams will be in the bonus from that point on.
Here's C.J. Gunn. 2:10 to go. He's got the step, and he'll bring the ball back outside.
Got to keep your dribble low, not bounce it high. There comes a double.
Do you foul if you're Plainfield? You're down by 6. Let's see what the call is.
Wow. He felt like he was being hacked on both arms. And that involves the gun again. He was involved in that thing early. Relax a little bit, CJ. I thought he did drag his foot. And I think the travel call was there, but I also think there was some contact on his arms that they let go.
A timeout is called. We'll take it with them with the score: Lawrence North 38, Plainfield 32. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. And Plainfield down by 6 with the ball. Andy Moore Toyota, US 36 in Avon. Minutes from 465. What a great selection of vehicle. Minutes from Avon High School. Terrific selection of vehicles at Andy Moore Toyota. That's where we got our forerunner, Ben Mendoza, Chris, and Stephanie. Andy Moore Toyota for the layup, and he's got it. Dane Gardner inside. And that is a big bucket because it pulls the Quakers within 4.
That was just a one-on-one great move by Gardner, using his penetration and using the backspin backhand layup. Now,
Quakers are pressing.
The smart thing to do for the Wildcats, if they get double teamed and get stuck, call the timeout. We're at that time period now with 1:20 to go. You need possession of the ball.
And they got the basket, though. They beat the press with a basket. And that was Donovan McCulley. Spinning inside is Gardner. Moyers, he hits it. It's a 3.
That's a pressure shot by Aiden Moyers. Moyers is a good free throw shooter, 39%, but at this time period together in the game, that's a monster.
That three slices his 6-point lead to 3 points with exactly 1 minute to go. Here's the replay, Dave.
Provided by York Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Didn't really close out on him very much, and Morris is a good three-point shooter, as I just mentioned. 39% is really, really good from the three line. He had the confidence to step up and take it. He's a senior.
When you're coming downtown for events at Bankers Life Fieldhouse and Lucas Oil Stadium, find convenient and affordable parking at the Meridian and South parking lot. 365 South Meridian, easy in, easy out, no garages to deal with. Northeast corner of Meridian and South Streets. And a hello to Larry and Donna Cohen of Norley Investments. And there's Jack Kiefer.
Hey, I tell you, Coach Kiefer, the last 3 timeout, he's wearing that marker out on that board. He's drawing up a lot of things. That's right now, the main thing is for his team to protect the basketball. If you stop, make sure you're at the free throw line. Be strong with it, low dribble. Double team comes, give it to your teammate.
Lawrence North by 3 and with the ball and 50 seconds to go. Do you foul if you're Plainfield?
Not yet.
Oh, there it is to Hughes. They've done it before, and they did it again.
Outstanding play. Opens it back up to a 5-point game, a 2-possession game.
And a power move to the hoop, but the shot is missed. The tip no good. Vanderbilt missed the initial shot.
He's calling a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Lawrence North.
New to Plainfield, York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has just what you need when it comes to sales and service. Over 250 models in stock and a friendly, knowledgeable team. They'll help you find what you're looking for. Let us show you why we're not number one, you are.
With 5-point lead, you got 27.3 seconds to go. Hughes has been a man tonight. He has 19 points, and his teammates have been completely unselfish by penetrating, dropping the ball to him. They know if he gets it down low, no one can stop him.
So a timeout is called. We want to thank the TV40 production team headed by Jeff Elliott and Dave West. Jeff, our executive producer and production manager. Dave, our director. And the entire team. They've been here all day. This is our 3rd game today, and it's been a terrific day here at Southport High School. We will have semi-state action for you next Saturday. 2 games. Of course, right now we're not sure where we'll be or who'll be playing. We'll know in a day or two. Right here on WHMB, your home for high school sports. And the high school game of the week started on WHMB basketball in 1989-1990 season. High school football started in 1990.
The key part of the game, 27.3, 5 points. Completely capable for the Quakers to come back and either tie or go ahead. They've got to get their hands on the ball. If you're Lawrence North, a real important thing, you try not to foul.
You can't afford to foul when you have a lead. It's the last thing you want to do.
Lawrence North has got the ball. They'll be in the bonus if they get fouled. Secure the pass. Get it to a free throw shooter.
Oh, and they got it in. And Plainfield has to foul, down by 5.
That's C.J. Gunn. He's a 76% free throw shooter. So if you're Lawrence North, he's a good man to have up there. And you're right, Plainfield had no choice but to foul when you trail by 5 with 24 seconds to go.
Well, the difference in this game is the 4th quarter, because LN's lead was 1 point after 3 quarters.
It's a 1-and-1.
Oh, he missed it. Ian Scott with a rebound. They've got to get going quickly because they're down by 5 points. And Moyer, no. And that's huge.
Pull it back.
12 seconds to go, and the Lawrence North Wildcats are looking mighty good right now.
That's going to be Shamar Avance at the free throw line, I believe.
Again, they're up by 5 with only 12 seconds to go. There's Jack Kiefer.
Just remind him not to foul. Live to play another day.
And the lead is now 6.
That was McCulley that knocks a free throw down. He had a 0 first half on the board, but he now has 9 points, a chance for 10 here in the second half, and that's big in this ballgame.
No. Rebound Ian Scott. 10 seconds.
Do not
They got
foul.
to take a 3.
Do not foul. Don't reach.
Well, he lays it in.
1.6 seconds.
Doesn't matter. You're down by 4 points. They had to take a 3 over there. You're down by 4 points with 1.6 seconds to go. But even if you turn it over, and Jack Kiefer is saying if we should turn it over, do not foul.
Yeah, that's if he will remind each of his players just what you said, do not foul. And if they score, they'll probably take a quick timeout, but we will have possession of the basketball.
The only thing that could get Lawrence North is if they turn it over, foul in the act of shooting a 3, and it's a 4-point play. And that's a lot to happen, obviously. As long as they don't foul, they've got the game won, even if they turn it over.
Been not a pretty game, been a hard-fought game. When you get into a defensive possession by possession game, they're not one of artistic ability, but you know what, it matters in tournament. Survive, play one more game. No matter what the score, no matter how you missed opportunities you missed, or if you didn't make a play you should have, just survive, move on. Now you're going to see Lawrence North take a timeout. They wanted to take a look at how Plainfield was lined up to defend.
Well, they've changed the clock now. They've added a bit. It's now 2.3 seconds left to go.
The truth is, though, if you throw the ball down court to about the free throw line, you don't want to throw it out of bounds because then it's taken out under their basket. Throw the ball down to this end about the free throw line. Make sure you don't foul if you're Lawrence North. If they want to take a shot from the 10-second line, that's fine. If it goes in, you still win. So I would not inbound the ball in the backcourt. I would make sure it's down here toward this end on the inbounds pass. It takes good discipline because you've got DJ Hughes down there, and he's going to go try catch the ball. You want to make sure you don't contact. Let Plainfield catch the ball down here. It's okay. Throw it down deep.
He got it in, knocked away and out of bounds. And that ate up 9/10 of a second.
I still think it'd be a good idea to float the ball down here. If you do, let him catch it.
And the game ends.
And that's what the coaching staff is telling you. Good job. Good job.
There it is. That is it. A terrific win. The Lawrence North Wildcats have won the Southport Regional. In a hard-fought game, the final score, Lawrence North 43, Plainfield 39. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. And once again, that final score, Lawrence North wins it. Lawrence North wins the Southport Regional, LN 43, Plainfield 39. Semi-state action for you next Saturday, right here on WHMB TV 40 for Jeff Elliott. As you see Southport celebrating. Jeff Elliott, Dave West, Dave Nicholson, the entire TV 40 crew, Howard Kellman. Good night, everybody.